Well, first of all, I hated fighting Don Brashear. I had the hardest time with him. He was lefty. He was 6'4". He was big. I could never. He always had the upper hand on me. Always would jump me. Never fought me like straight up. So he drove me nuts to begin with.
He'd been in the league a long time, and he knew exactly how to make fights his own. Like, he'd only fight you on his terms.
Never. I'd be at the end of a shift, he'd come jump me. It was always whenever he wanted to fight.
Well, that was it. I watched one fight with you and him, and he looked totally happy, just fucking locking you up and frustrating you. Like, he didn't even give a fuck who won that one. He was just wrestling you down, and then like the referees came in and broke it up where he had a chance to even fucking really throw.
On hockeyfights.com, they call Donald Brashear Huggy Bear because he just liked to wrestle, and I mean he could fight. Like, can't take anything away from him. He is a great fighter. But
Mr. Brashear, sir, if you're listening to this, neither nor I or Tyler Morrison would would like to talk about any of this with you.
No, it's okay because I think Donald Brashear is the only guy that if I saw, I would probably want to fight still.
Oh,
so
okay.
it's okay.
Okay,
so
all right.
we're gonna be all right there. It's
Well, are you going to be with us 24/7?
Yeah, you're on your own. You're back in Canada. I can't go right now. Yeah.
Oh, that's so funny. So
Yeah, we'll go back. Sorry, we'll go back into actually what we were talking about.
Yeah.
But when Shanahan, he was like one of the great leaders on the Rangers, and I learned a lot from him when I played with him. And he chose to go fight Brashear that night. And him and Brashear square off at center ice, Madison Square Garden. Even though Shanny chose to do that and go after him and fight him, which is amazing because it just shows like the amount of leadership and kind of respect that he had.
It's a brave move for a captain.
And he did really well. But I still didn't like it. The team didn't like it. We don't want Brendan Shanahan fighting Donald Brashear. So my point was, okay, now we got to go after their star player. So I go first shift I can, and I go look for Ovechkin. We're on a face-off, and I see him on the opposite wing, and I just go, and my main goal is I'm gonna take him out. I know he's not gonna fight me, so I'm gonna have to try and find something else. So I see him coming, skating across the circle. I'm coming the other way, and I just straight cross-check him in the teeth. So I knock out his front teeth. So if you guys ever see him now in any of the kind of commercials he does, I should be getting some kind of royalties or something, right? For like knocking out his teeth.
You really help with his branding.
Yeah, that's part of this whole thing he's got going on. But that was my first ever suspension. I got 5 games for it, but it was worth it. It was one of those ones where it gained some respect, and you go again. You don't mess with us.
That's perfect. And then so you had a pretty good rivalry with Brashear, but it was frustrating. So like you think that he like fought you when you weren't ready? Like would he wait till he was fresh on a shift and you were tired and he'd come and pick
he always had some angle. Whether I'd ask him early on and then he'd come catch me later on, a couple shifts later after I was tired. He always had some kind of angle to try and have. He wanted the edge. Always wanted the edge.
It's interesting that you say that he's the one guy that like you would fight if you could, you know what I mean, kind of fight him again or whatever, or off ice you just pump him.
Well, I seen him do an octagon fight, so maybe we have to set something up.
Maybe not.
Get that going. I don't know.